I'd like to give all of you a master's degree in the next 5 minutes. Because really, who has time for 12 classes over the next 2 years while we're all working full time? I know I didn't. So what I would like to do is boil each class down into one bare essence, one Twitter statement, no more than 140 characters per class. This is a story of my accomplishment of my master's degree. My name is Scott Gilpin. I'm a husband and father, an IT generalist, outdoor enthusiast when I can, and I have been a training coordinator, a web developer, and entrepreneur, and I'm currently web solutions team leader for Oregon State University. In the spring, I accomplished my master's degree, Computer Information Systems from Missouri State University. A few fun facts: there are 12 classes in the program. It lasted 2 full years. I moved twice during that time. I obtained 2 jobs during that time. I also had 2 children during that time. Okay. So why a master's? Refresh my skill sets, overcome the career plateau that I had achieved. I'd like to break through that, and it's been a life goal personally and professionally ever since my bachelor's. So computer information systems, what is that? It's the intersection of business, technology, management. My challenge today, boil each class down into one takeaway statement. Result for you, a master's level education and no more than 680 characters. So let's begin. The official course description, oh my goodness, who would want to take a class like that? What's the key takeaway? Without supporting the business, IT is nothing but a bunch of geeks in a corner playing with their toys. A lot of fun, but it doesn't really support competitive advantage. Staffing the IS function, we need people. How do we break that down? People are not our most important asset, but getting the right people on the right bus at the right seat definitely is. Networks, we need networks to support our information systems. How do we boil that down? Network policy can actually enable people to do their jobs better because it frees them up to empower them and work within the system without asking for permission. Applying project management techniques to information systems. IT is traditionally overpromised and underdelivered, so how can we apply tried and true project management to a brand new discipline we call IS and IT? IT and legal. Okay. The reason why is there's an inherent conflict. Legal supports stability and precedence. Technology exists to break through all of those static barriers. Data modeling and database administration, Bernard Lietaud actually said it better than I ever could. Organizations run on data, sprint on information, but they set Olympic records on business intelligence. So how do we take and move that along? Acquiring information systems resources. What we want to do is focus on what you do really, really well, what distinguishes you from everyone else, and contrary to popular belief, outsourcing is not a dirty word. Organizational behavior, the dynamics that make up our corporate environment. Don't confuse management for leadership. Leadership is very difficult to teach. What traits are we looking for? Extroversion, empathy, and an openness to experience. System development methodologies, how do we deliver and develop software applications? All these different development methodologies, but an effective one leverages the human potential of software, software being a human activity. Service management, how do we deliver effective services to our end users? Customers do not actually buy services, they buy the satisfaction that of that specific need. IT can and should do a better job of doing that. IT security, how do we protect our information assets? The only true way to do it, unplug your computer, find an underground cave, store it below ground. Piece of advice, don't trust that guard. Organizational transformation, otherwise known as business process reengineering. When new processes compete with old systems, the old systems usually win, and beware of those who are fully invested in the status quo. 12 classes, congratulations, you now have a master's degree. What is the biggest difference between a graduate and undergrad? Your main purpose as an undergrad was to learn? No, it was to graduate. The main goal as a graduate is actually to learn the material. So, good and bad with any adventure and any journey, what it gave me a sense of accomplishment and a life experience, access to new networks, and a lot of student loans. What it didn't give me is fame, notoriety, and instant promotion, but I'm working on all three of those as we speak. Final takeaways, I'm currently writing the answer to the question of what now? Should you do it? Yes, you absolutely should, but never let school get in the way of your pursuit of education. And for those of you scoring at home, we accomplished this in 1,551 characters, so we are efficient. Thank you very much.